Hello and welcome to the Daily Weekly Podcast.
We'll be sharing our thoughts on a variety of movies and TV shows.
And of course, we'll be discussing the latest entertainment news.
Sorry, I've just seen the mistake in the. I'm Bradley apparently this week.
Oh, sorry, that's my bad. And I'm Jake.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, see, there's going to be a lot of first-time listeners who might be very confused.
It's fine, absolutely fine. We've just we switched personalities this week.
Yeah. Oh, and I just want to say hello to, if there are any new listeners out there, to our listeners in the UK, the USA, and Germany, because I was looking over the weekend, and I found out we have listeners in those countries. So that was cool.
Brilliant. We're big stars in Germany. That's all I've ever wanted, to be honest.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I guess as always, just be sure to check out where else you can stream the podcast. If you're not particularly interested in listening on YouTube, then there's a whole plethora of places you can listen to it. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
So check that out. And of course, use the hashtag Daily Weekly Podcast if you want to, tag us in some things on social media and all that,
Yeah, definitely. And as always, if you are watching on YouTube, then be sure to leave a comment, letting us know what you thought, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family if you think they'll enjoy it.
And with it out of the way, let's get into it.
Yeah, so it's honestly a bit of a weird time for us to record this because we're like halfway through Comic-Con at home. But This isn't our big Comic-Con podcast. That'll be next week where we'll talk about absolutely everything in detail, most likely. But we've got a few bits here that have kind of come out over the last 2 weeks, I guess, because we didn't do a podcast last week, so we have even more stuff to talk about.
We had a little break, and in that time we gave you 2 other little things.
Yeah, and they've actually done surprisingly well. I was looking at both of them this morning. They're both well over 100 views, and
and they got there very quickly. So
they did, yeah. So you haven't checked them out? Go have a look. Bradley showed and demonstrated to all of us how to make a lovely tinfoil hat. Which I do have a question for you. That the tinfoil cowboy hat, was that entirely made out of tinfoil, or did you kind of coat a hat?
It was completely made out of tinfoil. I did film me making it, but it didn't make the cut.
You should have done a Blue Peter thing, and here's one I made earlier.
Yeah. But I still have it with me as a prop, so
you need to have that in the background of other videos now.
I will, yeah, and I'll prove that it is completely tinfoil. It's kind of 2 pieces, like,
right?
Yeah, but I'll save that for another day.
No, I'm surprised that was entirely tinfoil because that really does look good, and it actually looks like an actual hat. Like,
I know.
Like, I'm not doubting your artistic abilities, but even like someone like me who literally pays $9,000 a year to study art, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
you have a talent for tinfoil hat making.
Thank you. I mean, I genuinely, when I thought of the idea, that whole kind of, I have an idea, that was real, and then it was. I only made one of them, so that's the same one. I kind of made it and thought, how can I get the brim to curve and then have the top and So I figured it all out, and I was pretty impressed with it.
I really thought it looked great, and someone who's been playing a whole lot of Red Dead 2 lately, I really appreciated it. But no, definitely did well. As we were saying, everybody go check that out on YouTube. It was brilliant. And then I put out a little top 5 of the not yet titled news, which was it was fun.
You did, and I really enjoyed that. It was nice. It was a nice watch.
I'll be honest, the actual list took me about 5 minutes, but the intro and the outro, that took me about 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I was very happy with it.
So make sure to check them out because you guys like seeing us individually and you like seeing us together, so we thought we'd do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess we're going off on a bit of a tangent here anyway, so why not continue it? Um, as kind of lockdown restrictions are starting to be lifted a little bit now in the UK, we're starting to kind of piece together some loose ideas of videos that we can do kind of IRL, so some vlog style stuff, some just some fun content that we can make together, where we're not just sitting behind a desk and talking over Skype of all things.
It would be nice when the day comes and we can, meet up and do something together for real. How nice is that, eh?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, and until we have fully developed ideas and we know exactly what we're doing, then we're still the digital daily weekly. But that will be changing, and we've got a few guests lined up now, kind of ready to go. So
that is a very exciting thing. I know we've talked about it, but like each week it gets closer to happening, and I think we're almost there. So
yeah, definitely
can't wait to share that with you.
No, I'm excited for that. It will be interesting. Just I don't know, having someone that isn't as stubborn as you and I commenting on these things. But
well, I don't know. We could be proved wrong. They could be like die-hard fans, and we'd just be like, "Oh, okay." I'm sure they're nice people. They're nice people.
Yeah, you're sure? We're definitely not friends with any of them. But so that was a weird little tangent to go off on. So let's get down to, as they say, the meat and potatoes of the show this week. There's franchise movie news.
Yes. So, there's a lot of... Obviously, Star Wars is a big franchise, and it's a very popular one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some news over the recent weeks, starting with Star Wars The Bad Batch animated series coming out next year.
And I've said this to you. I've said it on Twitter. I've said it everywhere that I have a voice, I guess. I'm very excited. But not because it's the Bad Batch. Because even though the art, sorry, I'm going off a nerdy tangent here. But even though the arc in the last season of the Clone Wars was good, I wasn't a massive fan of them as characters. But I'm looking forward to see where it goes next, and more Star Wars animated shows by Dave Filoni is a win in my book.
Yeah, and as I've said to you before, and I've mentioned it on here as well, that my Star Wars progress has slowed, and I currently don't have Disney Plus because I realised I just wasn't watching it.
Yeah.
But it's nice knowing that even though I'm not up to date, there's still content being made. Like, I know it's Star Wars, they're going to keep going, which they plan to.
Yeah.
But it's nice that even if I do finish something, there's still more. So
I suppose it's a blessing and a curse as well, because for me, it would almost put me off a little bit, knowing that there's so much content within this universe to consume. Like, I don't know, I probably couldn't start Star Wars now. Like, if I hadn't seen it before, I probably couldn't just throw myself into that, because there's just so much. You've got 9 movies, and then 2 other movies. There's all these animated shows, all the books and comics and stuff. Like, if you're just getting into it for the movies, then it's fine. There's 11 movies for you to go and watch. But, if you want to consume all the extra content, like Clone Wars, Rebels, we won't talk about Star Wars Resistance or whatever it's called, and now the Bad Batch. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
I have to say, I don't know. I'm in the group of people. When I saw Star Wars The Bad Batch, I misread the title.
See, I know a lot of people did, but for me...
I thought it was a joke, like some joke thing, and then it was that. I was like, no, because surely Disney, obviously they wouldn't do that. Yeah. I had to double take. I was like, oh, right. Okay.
I mean, do you know, like, what the Bad Batch is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so I'll give you a very very quick rundown. Essentially, it's a group of 5 clones who are defective,
Oh, okay.
so they don't look like the normal clones, and they all have specialized skill sets. So they have like the typical, one's a sharpshooter, one's like a heavy. It's basically like classes in video games, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a group of them, and they're off on their own adventures, but then they get called in for certain missions and stuff.
Oh, see
But
that does interest me. So that
but
that seems good.
but yeah, and apparently it's set after Order 66, and it's the transition of the Republic into the Empire, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's good. That is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
speaking of more Star Wars news, I guess. The next 3 Star Wars films in the new trilogy that they're doing, which we still have absolutely no idea what it's about. The next 3 of them are being pushed back by 1 year, so 2023, 2025, and 2027. Yeah. God, it's a scary time for movie companies.
It is like having to delay and push things back, which we're going to get onto more of
God,
more
yes,
of them. But yeah, like we don't know anything about this new trilogy, and 2023 isn't that far away in terms of like movies.
No.
So
No, definitely not.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't even realize they were as close originally as 2022. I thought they were still 3 to 5 years away anyway, which of course now they are. But I don't know. I didn't realize they were that close. So speaking of Disney Plus, referencing what you said earlier, kind of. I don't know. I'm trying to find a good segue here.
Yeah.
So obviously, The Mandalorian was a massive success on Disney Plus. It was the first live action Star Wars show, and it was bloody good. So obviously Disney have decided, hey, just give us more of these, and they are making a live action. Sorry, there's rumors about them making a live action series around Lando Calrissian, with Donald Glover reprising his role from Solo, and controversially, I think Solo's a pretty good movie. I know just most people don't like him.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things that people don't like it, and they didn't like the castings, and they just think, oh, why did they make this? But I've also heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, it definitely was unnecessary, but I just really like it. It's a really good heist movie, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I quite enjoyed it, but obviously we're actually I'm gonna add in a little bit of news here because this came out as well, to do with Star Wars Disney Plus. Hayden Christian is that his name? Hayden Christiansen?
Christian or Christiansen, I think.
I don't know. Well, yeah. Anyway, Hayden, who played Anakin Skywalker in the prequels, is set to be rumored to be reprising his role in the Kenobi series, which is oh god, I hope it's like live action recreations of Clone Wars scenes and flashbacks.
That would be good.
Oh, I'd love to. Yes, give it to me.
I mean, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is just great. I love his. It's just more of it, and I'm glad that one day when this series gets made, we'll get that.
Yeah, definitely. So the I don't want to say the adversary to Star Wars, but I mean kind of. Star Trek it's announced some new stuff.
It has also, kind of continuing with the franchise, adding things in. They've got a lot of TV shows coming out.
Yeah,
it's like Star Trek have always had a TV presence. Like, of course there's movies, but over the decades there's been so many TV shows, and they're doing more.
Brilliant.
So, starting with Star Trek Lower Decks, an animated series. Okay. Which a lot of Star Trek fans are thinking of, why do we need this?
I don't know.
Because
I suppose they're just like they've seen that the interest for Star Trek is still out there with Picard on Amazon Prime recently. It was on Amazon Prime, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was Prime or Netflix.
Uh,
But that saw massive success and people loved it. So I
yeah,
guess.
like, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but then again with Picard, it's like with every Star Trek, thing, it's always kind of the main crew on the
Mm,
ship, always on the bridge or obviously going elsewhere, but it's like that setting and
yeah.
those characters are so familiar. So
Mm,
doing something where it's just like some background guys working somewhere else, they're thinking,
yeah.
do we need this? Who cares? But I saw a
Yeah.
clip. I don't know if you saw a little teaser of it, and it
I
seems all
haven't.
right.
I haven't seen it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love the idea of Star Trek, and I love like that there is unlike Star Wars. I feel like there's a very nice kind of universe built there.
Yeah,
And I feel like it's a good amount of content, and you can hop on it whatever you want because they're kind of different stories that aren't super connected.
yeah,
Because it's different crews and ships and such. But I've just never really gotten into it. Like my dad is like a big Star Trek fan, but
mm.
I'm just yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll watch it. Same with Stargate and
Oh yeah,
all
that's
that
another one.
other all that other star stuff.
Yeah, it's like
But
that's one of the biggest things when people say, "Oh, they're getting confused because of the word star." Like if you
yeah,
go more into it, they're not similar at all. I don't think.
no, I think Star Trek is more grounded. Like I know that's like the worst choice of words I could use for a space show,
Yeah,
but it's actual humans who have come from Earth in the future. It's like a federation from Earth.
yeah,
Um, but Star Wars is set in a galaxy far, far away.
and a long time ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
apparently somehow.
apparently,
But
space and time, all a big mess in it.
yeah, in it. Yeah.
So yeah, Star Trek Lower Decks isn't the only Star Trek animated series. They're doing a child-friendly one called
Right.
Star Trek Prodigy,
Yeah.
airing in 2021 on Nickelodeon. So it's going to be like a typical like group of teenagers who want to join the Starfleet Academy. That kind of
Yeah.
cliche.
Yeah.
I get it. There's a market, I guess. So
Yeah, and then like halfway through the first season, they'll go on an adventure with like some actual Federation officers, and then they'll be recruited into the academy or
yeah,
whatever. And yeah,
yeah.
but and then all the characters will get redesigned 3 seasons in.
But it's a kids show, so
Yeah.
that's a good way to introduce them to the franchise, I suppose.
I see. I'd quite like if they did like one of these two shows, kind of like what they did with Star Wars Rebels. So it's kind of just a group of kind of misfits and like aliens and just like random like a couple kids and maybe like a couple of adults, and it's just their adventures trying to survive in space and stuff and
Yeah.
overthrow the evil that's out there. I know. Are there evil aliens in Star Trek? I suppose that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, they're bad guys, yeah.
Okay, cool. Wait, in Star Trek, that's the one that has the giant evil cubes in space, right?
I think so. My
The
Star Trek
Borg, the
knowledge isn't
Borg, or
that
whatever they're
great.
called.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right, yeah.
yeah. I can't remember if that was for some reason I thought it was Starship Troopers for some reason.
There you go, that's another whole star.
Oh, that song from
This-
that is still so good.
Oh dear.
That is from
This-
Starship Troopers, isn't it? It's a good
I,
day to die when you know the reason
I
why.
think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
There's so
yeah.
many star things.
Oh, there are. Um. So they're also doing a new live action series called Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. I'm not a massive fan of that title, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like
but
a good episode title, but I don't know for the whole series.
yes. Oh. For our for our old hobby, Bradley, that would have made a really good episode for like the start of new season of Strange New World.
It so would. That's why I think, yeah, that's good. Good title.
So apparently the show will have Captain Pike at the helm alongside Spock, the elf guy who has no emotion. That's the
Yeah,
one.
that's him.
I've just offended so many people. But apparently it'll be a spin-off of Star Trek Discovery. Is Discovery a reboot? I can't remember. Or is it set in the movie universe?
It's set in the original universe, but I think so, yeah. But before the event, the Star Trek timeline is so confusing.
Because isn't the movie universe with what's his face, Chris Pine? Isn't that even technically in the original as well? Because there's a scene where they show an old photograph with old Spock who was who time traveled back to meet younger Spock.
Yeah. Old Spock, played by obviously Leonard Nimoy, was in the first two new Star Trek movies with that whole kind of time travel / kind of alternate universe kind of thing, and Star Trek Picard has referenced events from the both universes, and it's and then with this new series, it's like I don't know where Spock fits in his own timeline because he's in it, and I don't know enough about Star Trek to go into the whole timeline, but I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. That all just kind of flew straight past my head, to be honest. Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know. Why can movies and shows never make just a solid timeline and just stick to it?
Yeah, come on, guys.
So that pretty much wraps up for Star Trek news.
It does, and I'll just quickly add one more thing.
Yep.
I think they did release a set photo, or at least a cast photo from this new series, and something about it just seems off. It looks like cosplay or like a parody, especially Spock. No offense, but
what was that Star Trek parody that came out on Amazon Prime with what's his face in?
I think it's called The Orville by Seth MacFarlane. Yeah. See, I haven't seen that, but that looked good. So
apparently it was quite good. Apparently people really like that.
Yeah.
So now we move on to the franchise that does it need to be a franchise, and can't they just leave it at this point?
This is the king of delays.
Yeah. But so yeah, Avatar delayed again. I mean, I don't care anymore. I just don't care. Avatar 1 is fine. It's alright, but I don't care for more.
Well, don't worry, because James Cameron is going to keep making more.
The thing that annoys me, right, and I know we'll get on to this, the fact that he just confirms 4 sequels just straight out the gate. What other movie does that says, oh yeah, by the way, here's this movie that was mildly successful. Well, it wasn't. It was majorly successful up until 2019 when Endgame beat it. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty successful. But still, do you just confirm that many sequels? And
he's very confident and passionate, I guess.
I mean, they are definitely at least making Avatar 2 because the Twitter has new fancy graphic. Well, not new, but they have fancy graphics that weren't always there. They've released set photos and so apparently it's definitely happening.
So he first announced sequels back in 2006. So that's before the first one even came out.
Yeah.
And then 2 sequels were officially announced in 2010, with Avatar 2 supposed to come out in 2014. That was 6 years ago. And each year, these films... First of all, each year he seems to add another sequel because it's just 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Why not?
I mean, what shocks me about this mostly is how close together the sequels are as well.
Yeah.
Avatar 2 and 3 are only a year apart. And then 4 and 3 are only 2 years apart, and then same with 4 and 5. So, are they trying to do, are they going to do, the kind of Infinity War Endgame thing that it's just kind of like a carry on each year of like the same thing, and then the final sequel will be like the gigantic, massive battle of ages, and like that's like the conclusion to it all. Like, are they going to be separate stories? I don't know.
I think it is building up to a huge battle, probably in the last one. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like I know 2 and 3 are definitely happening because they were filming them back to back and they're pretty much done. And
Mm.
then 5 is the biggest maybe. 4 I think they haven't started yet, but they're very close to. And then
Right.
5 is like, oh, if the others do good, I'll make a 5. But at this rate, he's going to make it whether it's a good idea or not because he's invested so much time. Like, it's just inventing new technology, developing a language. There's so much to it.
I mean, my main problem with James Cameron is that I feel like he tries too hard to make things like bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you need to build this kind of like extended universe around Avatar and things like that. It was just a fun little movie. Not
Yeah.
again, not little, but it was just, I don't know. I'm not eager for more Avatar.
Yeah, especially if you think about it, the first one kind of wrapped things up. It was quite self-contained. Yeah, there's room for more, but I don't know how much more. Like one more
Yeah.
movie, probably.
I tell you
But
what though,
no.
the older Xbox 360 game for Avatar was pretty damn good. I remember playing that.
Yeah, I had a PS3 game. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
It's like, I remember, I think I'm remembering this right. For the first one, he could have released it. He could have made it back in the 90s, just after Titanic. But he
oh
wanted
yeah.
to wait until like 3D technology was perfect or something because that was the big hype. Oh, go see Avatar in 3D. And
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's like
I think that was the
3D
first.
isn't.
I think that was the first 3D movie I saw.
Yeah,
We've
it's like
had
that
this
was such a
conversation, but
huge hype. And
yeah,
3D isn't really that much of a draw anymore, I don't think.
I rarely even see movies like advertised for 3D anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. I mean, they're happening whether we want them to or not.
At some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have my own reservations about James Cameron after what he said about superhero movies, but
Oh yeah, but he made an apology, I think, didn't he?
oh yeah, then he like wasn't it after Endgame or something? He congratulated them, and then everyone was just like, "Just shut up! You've said your bit already." And
Yeah,
then
I don't know if it was official, if it was like a meme, but it was like this a picture with like the Avatar logo handing over something to the Avengers. I
yeah,
can't quite
yeah,
remember. Yeah, so it's just like
uh,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure when and if we ever do get them, I'm sure I'll watch them, and if we're still doing the podcast in 2027, then we'll give our thoughts on the franchise as a whole.
oh yeah.
7 years. How many episodes would that be?
I don't know. Tell you what, if we're not doing it, continuously, we'll come back and do a one-off.
I think that would be about 350 episodes.
Well, there you go. 350 something episodes. Not bad, eh? 7 years.
Oh no. Oh wow, that's weird. Think.
Oh god.
Also,
Yeah.
actually, just as we're kind of coming on to our little intermission here, quite recently, it was the 3-month birthday of the Daily Weekly podcast.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a massive party, cake, everything. We did.
Yeah.
We made an Instagram post, or you did, and then
Yeah.
never spoke about it again. So it's kind of pointless me bring that up, really, wouldn't it? But
yeah, here we go. 3 months in, still going strong.
oh yeah, we say that after
Yeah.
we literally just missed a week. Yeah, very strong. It's fine. It was our break. It was a little break. Yeah.
And we wouldn't do it to 2 weeks in a row. We know you guys would miss us.
Yeah. I feel like we'd just be very out of practice and just flop horrendously.
That would begin the decline.
As if it's
But
not
hey,
already begun.
No, we're going up.
Yeah.
According to some numbers, but numbers,
To be
whatever.
fair, these last couple of weeks we've gained quite a few new subscribers, and we'd like to thank you all for that. However,
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the percentages, but there are still a number of people who haven't subscribed, and I don't know about you, Bradley, but I really think they should. There's some good stuff coming.
They definitely should, because if they're not subscribed, how are they going to know? They won't be the first.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to be able to comment first on a podcast when it releases.
Yeah. Please join me in the comment section. I'm getting a bit lonely in there. Just me.
Talking to yourself on the Daily Weekly account, yeah.
That's why I didn't reply last week. I left it for you.
Well, it technically was my video that week, so
yeah. There you go. There's a little insider secret.
Yeah. So
I talk to myself because I'm alone.
Yeah, same. But yeah, something I do want to quickly mention is that we do both have some ideas for some solo videos as well. I'm starting up a new little segment of the Daily Weekly myself. For some gaming videos. So I'm going to be looking at some games, to be honest. I don't know when the first video is coming, but I'm sure it will eventually.
Coming soon at some point. There you go.
Yeah. And I'm sure Bradley will build up his tinfoil arsenal.
I'm getting to work as we speak on the next video.
Brilliant.
I won't say what it is, but
I don't even know what it is. This is a mystery for us all.
Yeah, it's the best part about it.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of all that and see us do more stuff, solo and together, then make sure to subscribe and, share with your friends, like if you enjoyed it, comment, and keep the conversation going. Because that's what we like to do.
Yes. So as we mentioned at the beginning, hashtag... I was about to say hashtag twice. Hashtag Daily Weekly Podcast on Twitter, Instagram. Just get us involved, right? We want to be involved in whatever movie news you're interested in. So please do let us know if there's something out there that we have missed. Then let us know. And all of our social media in the description: Twitter, Instagram. I think we have a MySpace account now.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Come and connect with us on MySpace.
Is that a saying?
I think it is. I think connect with them, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So news that for us is coming out tonight, and I'm very excited. The Walking Dead, we're gonna finally, hopefully, should be getting the release date for the season 10 finale tonight.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
In an hour and 49 minutes from now, exactly when we're recording this. That's gonna age this podcast real quickly.
It will.
But
tell you what, Jake, this is a little message for you. I don't know if you want to leave this bit in or not.
Yeah.
If they do say the release date, how about you put something on screen in this week?
Sure. Yeah.
If there's time or whatever.
Yeah, I'll either do that or like we say, next week we'll be talking about
that's true.
Comic-Con anyway. But yeah, I'll put in a little funny insert like here if we know the date.
No, I don't think I will.
There you go. That was the date. Wow, I can't believe it's that far away.
So excited.
Yes.
But until then, we've got some other news, such as the comic series will be re-released in colour.
Yeah. I mean, I'm impartial. I like the black and grey art style of the original release, but I'll be happy to see what they were envisioning colour-wise.
Yeah, it's like, I'll be honest, sometimes when I did read some of the comics, I just forgot who was who sometimes with all black and white. I was like, wait, who's this again? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
No, I get that. It can be, yeah, I don't know. Art's a tricky thing, especially like redrawing characters from different angles and like different positions and stuff. It can be challenging. So props to Tony Moore and Charlie Adlard for illustrating the comic. Yeah, good job.
Well done.
But yeah, so re-release in colour. I mean, I don't know. I don't plan to reread the comics anytime soon. I've read them all once. I'm happy with reading them all once. I don't need to see Lydia lick Carl's eye hole in colour, to be honest.
Ooh, all that added detail.
Oh,
I think, to me, it'll probably be more of an incentive to at least read a couple more.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal preference.
Yeah. So, more Walking Dead news. Stephanie has been cast for season 11 of The Walking Dead. Have they not already cast her? Because she was on the radio to Eugene?
Yeah, I saw. I think it was just an official announcement. I can't even remember who's been cast. Hence why I don't have that written down.
I'll put the name on screen if I can figure it out.
There was so much news, guys, that my mind was just blown. Yeah.
Actually, I can't. I seem to remember, for some reason, this might be the Mandela effect. Check out episode 13 of the podcast if you want to hear all about that. But I seem to remember, like, everyone was talking about how Stephanie's voice wasn't, like, listed in the cast list so that they could keep the casting anonymous, but
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that we've known for months and maybe we've only just found out. But yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, that's that.
I mean, Eugene and Stephanie, you know, they do like singing to each other over the radio. I can't wait for some more of that in episode 16.
Yeah, I want them to do a little performance in season 11.
a whole dance, and they should start up like a barbershop quartet. It'd be great.
I don't know if you heard about this,
What?
but it was a while ago. There was rumours of a musical themed episode. What if they're going to do that?
I don't know how.
Eugene and Stephanie.
There's shows where you can kind of do it, but I don't know about The Walking Dead. Unless it's just gonna, I don't know. Unless they're gonna introduce that zombies are weak against like Judith singing or something.
It would be really weird. It would. I don't know. Like.
Yeah.
I can kind of picture it, but I wouldn't take it seriously. Like I couldn't think.
No.
It's part of the same kind of.
See, that's the thing. Like shows like The Flash, they did a musical episode, but they have like they did that whole kind of like alternate universe with like a music meta-human.
Yeah.
But you can't really do that in The Walking Dead. Like The Walking Dead, you kind of have to take seriously. I know people don't. Or not. Let's not get into that rant again about people dropping off. But yeah, I don't know if I could see it on The Walking Dead. I tell you what though, this whole conversation it's brought back up the memory that Michonne is no longer on the show, and it's made me very sad. I'm upset now. I want Denai Guerrero back. I want her back more than I want Rick back.
Yeah, at least Maggie's coming back. You know, that'd be alright.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, and the person in the mask.
Yes, that big mystery.
Oh god, I forgot.
Who's in the mask?
I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten everything about The Walking Dead since we did episode 1.
Yeah, it felt like the series was over, despite being one episode short.
Yeah.
It felt like that was it, and I programmed that in my head. So I'm kind of over it until the next one comes out.
So bear in mind, right, this is week 14 of the podcast, right? And we've missed 2 weeks. So 15 weeks since we have last seen anything to do with The Walking Dead. No, it would be 16 weeks. It's been 16 weeks since we've seen The Walking Dead. That's... Oh, I'm so... Oh, I miss it more than what I thought I would. Like, now we've spoken about it, I'm really starting to think about it, and I'm like, oh god, I actually really miss this show. And
yeah. Oh.
But I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna have to rewatch episode 15. Because
Yeah.
I cannot remember what happened. I know they were at like a hotel or like just a building.
I think it was a hospital.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
um. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of War of the Worlds for that hotel for some reason.
Uh,
I haven't slept a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm struggling this week. Um. Is there anything else you want to add, Walking Dead related?
no, for the time being, that's all the Walking Dead news we have.
Oh, yeah. And a reminder, this date right here is when it's being released.
No.
It's gonna be really embarrassing if we don't actually find out.
You can work your editing magic.
Oh, actually, sorry, just a quick little something. I think we are definitely getting it because I saw someone tweet out that we're getting the Walking Dead finale date today, and the official Walking Dead Twitter liked and retweeted it.
Oh, that's a good sign.
But I don't know if I actually follow the official one because I swear they just tweet out like whatever and like whatever. It doesn't seem like a serious kind of account. I don't know if I followed the right one.
Oh, this whole time it could be the wrong one.
I don't know. I think it is. I think it's the right one. I think it's verified. Anyway, Batman Forever, a movie that's been out for like 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Director's cut reportedly exists in the Warner Brothers vaults and features a battle against man bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we
I
need
saw
it?
that.
That is the question.
I mean, I don't care either way. It's been out for long enough. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I know the movie. I know what's there. I don't mind if there's more or less. To be honest.
It just seems like every DC film has got this secret director's cut that is.
I mean, they can't. No DC film can keep a director for more than an hour. So.
Yeah.
But I actually saw the clip that they released of the Man Bat with what's his face? Was it Val Kilmer in
I think it
Forever?
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Big old Val against a big bat. I'm not gonna, like, even for the time, the suit does not look good on those bats.
No.
It looks very 1930s cheesy horror film costumes, but
Maybe that's what they wanted to go for.
yeah, I mean,
It's like, I don't know, back then those Batman costume designers didn't really.
yeah,
Like,
bat
was
nipples
it?
and
Yeah, bat nipples. Oh. It's just.
I always found their design of Gotham weird as well. How just everywhere you turn, there was giant statues like holding up buildings and stuff. And
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
I think it's like the Gotham Observatory or something. It was literally a statue of a man holding up a globe. Yeah,
God.
but yeah,
Crazy times.
yeah, crazy times indeed.
And speaking of crazy times, dun
Yeah.
dun dun, the new Mutants
Yep.
film is finally
Yeah.
getting
Oh.
released.
Oh well, we hope.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Which is, did you see the little trailer they released?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was at the end of it. They went through all the release dates, like crossed them off, and then bam, August 28th, 2020. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Wait. So have they actually confirmed that? Because I swear there was a thing about September with Disney Plus going around.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, because I saw them. Yeah, I saw like a trailer on Twitter that people were debating whether it was fake or not, and it said Disney Plus September 11th.
Oh,
And it
well, folks, I could be wrong. I didn't know about that.
and it included like new footage and stuff that we definitely haven't seen before.
Yeah, I saw some new footage, but that
Yeah.
wasn't what I saw. Oh, maybe
But
what I
yeah,
saw was fake. It's coming out apparently. Fingers
Well,
crossed.
no. So they released the opening 2 minutes plus a trailer. And I tell you what, that trailer looked bloody good. It really
It was
did.
good. Yeah.
Oh, and the Smiley Men.
Oh, they are scary.
I liked watching Magic fight off against them.
Yeah.
No, I mean the movie looks great, like visually.
Yeah, after seeing this footage, I'm definitely interested in it. So
I really like the color palette that they've gone for of like kind of dark and moody kind of environments, but then you have like that burst of color with like all the superheroes and stuff.
yeah,
It's like,
that was a good choice.
It just looks great.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, will we ever get this movie? It's been over 2 years since we were meant to get it.
Yeah, but apparently they are releasing it very soon, which I find strange because I mean, I think it just shows off, at least how I see it, is that they don't care about it because it's pointless, but they don't want to lose money on it, or at least not lose too much. But they're pushing back other release dates, but they want to just get rid of this one.
I mean, yeah, I think that's where they're at. I think they are just kind of thinking, oh, is there? It just needs to just go out already. Like,
Yeah.
we was meant to have this movie in April 2018.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it no matter what because I feel like by now we need to just see this movie. But
Yeah, see it, get it done. Let's move on.
yeah. So speaking of Disney and Marvel, the third Tom Holland Spider-Man film is set to be released. I think they confirmed it was the 17th of December 2021.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talk about what if they did like a Christmas themed kind of on the run movie.
Yeah,
like, in New York,
I've heard that. That would be good.
Oh, I'd love it because we're getting the Miles Morales game set in like the winter at Christmas, and like I'd love to see like just Tom Holland on the run from like Craven in New York in the snow.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what people want, and
so good.
I'm with them on that because that would be a really good movie.
Yeah, and the title that I've seen people say is Home for the Holidays, which, you know,
I feel it fits in with what they've been doing.
I still prefer the title Homeland Hunt. I love that
that's
title.
A good title.
I wonder when we'll hear what that title is. I don't know, because they need to put home in it for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Disney's way of just nudging, so like, haha, belongs with us. Haha,
At this point,
stop Morbius.
Oh god, let's not get into that. I think with the other two having the word home in it, I don't know. Just if the third one didn't, I'd feel like it's a bit odd. So
yeah, definitely. Or I don't know. Like, what was that? I mean, people have just been saying Spider-Man like homeless.
Yeah, there's been a lot of jokes.
Yeah, I can admit, like J. Jonah Jameson, he's ruined that whole man's career.
Oh, he has.
like he has just annihilated Spider-Man's career.
Yeah.
So speaking of Tom Holland, movies that I won't watch because I don't care about the games. Uncharted movies resuming filming. Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it's like I get what they're doing with the whole kind of young Nathan Drake, but I just like based off the games, I can't see it. Like, I wouldn't pick Tom Holland to be Nathan Drake, but they're going for a young version, so okay, fair enough.
And I mean, Tom Holland, like he does sell movie tickets to teenage girls.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll be shirtless.
Oh yeah,
for some reason in this film, at least, yeah, like running through a jungle or something, and he's just shirtless, showing off some muscles because that's what action heroes do.
That's what.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put in that clip of Thor saying because that's what heroes do. Yeah. So yeah, that's like I probably won't watch them. I haven't played any of the games. Don't plan to play any of the games.
Well, fair enough. It's that typical action adventure, similar to the whole Tomb Raider stuff, which brings me on to my media recommendation for this week.
Brilliant.
The 2018 Tomb Raider film, which I haven't. It was on TV, and I saw parts of it, and like leading up to its release, I wasn't interested in it. I was like, oh, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another video game movie. They don't tend to do that well,
Yeah.
cough cough, Assassin's Creed. But
See,
this,
it's fun. It's funny you mention that because the other day, for some reason, that came back into my radar, and it's like that movie had just been erased from my memory. Like,
yeah,
I completely forgot Assassin's Creed ever had a movie with Michael Fassbender.
mm,
I don't know. I that movie just stopped existing for me.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I saw most of the Tomb Raider film. I plan to rewatch it, and yeah, it's like it was actually good. Like it hooked me. I was like, oh, okay, this is better than I thought it would be. So
How's
yeah.
how's what's her face as Lara Croft?
Yes, she is very good. She's different to Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like she's a bit more. I don't know if you've. I don't think you have. I guess you haven't played the recent Tomb Raider games.
I played was it 2015? The first one came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I played that one.
yeah, they're more similar to them than a tip. Like
Yeah.
obviously, the older Tomb Raider films are closer to the older Tomb Raider games because
Mm-hmm.
that's how it was. So then this new movie it's similar to that, the
Yep.
new one. So it was kind of nice.
See, for me, there's like Tomb Raider and I think Silent Hill. They're kind of the two that I think of as both a movie franchise and a video game franchise at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like the movies, like they've been out, like the Angelina Jolie movies. They were out for a fair while, and
Mhm.
obviously we've had Tomb Raider games just forever, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. It's always just kind of been like just parallel kind of things in my mind. Like they
Yeah.
both always kind of had franchises in both industries.
Mm.
Um,
And they both do pretty well. So there's that.
yeah. That's the that is a mystery. And speaking of mysteries, I'm just so good at segues.
Better
my
than me.
my media recommendation for this week is Unsolved Mysteries, the 2020 version on Netflix. I've completed it, and it's really good.
Yeah.
That's about all I have to say on it. Honestly, it's just a good watch. If you like documentaries, if you like, well, unsolved mysteries, you will like it. I highly recommend the first episode. I believe it's either the fourth or fifth, the one with the UFOs. They were probably my two favorites. But yeah, no, they're really good. I will say about the UFO one though is that it's like, I don't know, it's the one that could be the most easily made up.
Yeah.
Like the first episode, it's about they like a man who like he supposedly jumped off a building through another roof, but
Oh.
like you can't get the distance between where he would have jumped to where the roof that he fell through was.
Yeah.
And like
Huh.
there's like a big mystery about like how did he get up here, and the thing is that like he just suddenly like left the house one day, like, and like nothing had been up or anything. It's just good mystery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Go watch Tomb Raider 2018 and Unsolved Mysteries 2020.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Yes, well, we hope you won't anyway.
No, and speaking of not being disappointed,
We're really trying with these segues, aren't we?
I feel like we are. This is the most effort I've ever put in. I don't know if I'm any good, but anyway. If you're not... Oh, jeez. What was I saying? It's time for the not yet titled news. Do. Oh, God. There you go.
Yeah. Brilliant. So, what the title this is?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I sent you that little video thing recently about all these wacky news stories found in the media that we just can't seem to find. I think this is close, but waiting for that jackpot.
yeah, I feel like we just don't look around enough.
I know, it's like we look online, but these good ones are in the physical paper. Remember the days when people bought newspapers?
See, I think I think we need to stop trying to look for recent ones as well, and just try and find any kind of weird news stories. But anyway, who's reading this out this week?
I feel like you haven't read one in a while. I could be wrong, but
I'm happy to read. My damn cat is an evil genius. He got my wife pregnant.
Yeah. So the couple had planned to wait 2 years to have another baby after their difficult first pregnancy, but their cat had other plans.
It sounds so malicious. So a man has shared the strange way his wife got pregnant, and it involves his cat. The couple welcomed their first child last year, but she had a difficult pregnancy, which saw her on bed rest for several weeks. Their son was born 2 months before his due date. Oh, 2 months before his due date. I can't read. I swear to God, I'm weighing 4 pounds and 2 ounces. But thankfully, he was happy and healthy.
Good.
Due to the nature of their first pregnancy, they decided to hold off on another child for a couple of years. You can do the lovely gentleman's voice.
He said, my wife started birth control shortly after giving birth to be sure we had no surprises. But the pill tends to make her very sick and she wanted to lose weight, so she stopped taking it. We thought Roberts would be enough, but that's where... But that's where our cat comes in.
That was a poor choice of words, but then that's where our cat comes in. Brilliant.
He said, our cat is an evil genius. I seriously think the greasy orange little naughty word is still smarter than our nearly 1-year-old. He gets into everything, and I do mean everything. No door, drawer, or cabinet can stop him. And if he knows where something he wants is, he will find it.
I mean, he definitely got into everything.
Oh, he did. It's so bad that for weeks after adopting him, I thought there was a poltergeist in the house because each morning I'd wake up to find every single cabinet door in the kitchen wide open. So how did I, naughty word, up and let him impregnate my wife? Gee, oh God, this guy goes on a lot, doesn't he?
Wait. Oh God. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Brad, I've really thrown you in the deep end. There's a lot. It's literally 100% quote.
It's pretty much a speech. There's little journalism here.
Yeah. So my first naughty word up was storing the condoms in the same drawer as the Q-tips. Interesting. Which he loves to get into and shred apart. He must have seen the box of Q-tips in the drawer while I put my rubbers away. Because not even an hour later, I stumbled upon... don't worry, I've read that as I stumbled into traffic. I'm really tired. I stumbled upon a horrific scene of chewed plastic straws, shredded cotton fluff, and shiny gold condom wrappers scattered around the gaping drawer. His choice of words is so good. The gaping drawer. I just realised it says gapping.
That doesn't make sense, does it? Gap.
I'm just going to say it meant gaping.
That makes more sense because it's like...
There's a mistake on the mirror's part there. Drawer the ones contain them. He cleared out the destroyed Q-tips and put the condoms back in their box, thinking nothing of it. We ended up having some sexy time that night, and I vividly remember stumbling into the dark bathroom, opening said drawer, and blindly fumbling for... Can you not put a light on?
Yeah.
For a box to put out a condom, as was I was doing, feeling nothing of it, feeling nothing of what happened. But fast forward a few weeks, and his wife was complaining of nausea and tender breasts.
We immediately shoot each a concerned glance, as this ain't our first rodeo, and she felt the same way before discovering her first pregnancy. She still had a half-empty box of tests from the year before, and decided to take one just to be sure, followed by another one, and another one, all positive. And that's when it hit me. That damned cat. I actually just hit my desk as I got 2 in character there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and that wasn't his quote. um, but so I think we need to go through really nice. Essentially, Cat destroyed a condom, and then for those who don't know, that's how Baby made.
Yes. So don't put your condoms in the same drawer as your Q-tips, where the cat knows where they are.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story there.
Yeah. God, we've had some shockers of news stories, haven't we? This is just terrible.
It has. I've just read one more thing about this one. Look where this story was found. Reddit, of course.
Oh, brilliant. So, all right. Well, we need to think of some good, not yet told news stories. Like, I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed that this is the level of like quality we're getting from news stories.
The thing is, when we only go by the title, we're very deceived or let down.
That's the thing. We need to get like I don't know, just like someone working behind the scenes with us on this channel, just to find one, read through it, and know what will make us laugh, and then we need we just need some sort of, we need like an assistant, right? We need like a receptionist for the Daily Weekly.
We do. We're hiring because we try. No, not yet. No, not until we get paid.
No.
I think it was way back. We did a rehearsal for the first ever episode, which we haven't done since, purely because one of the main things was some of the things we said then were funnier and more natural than what we said in the actual first episode.
Yeah, and we both sort of said that. Oh, that was really good. Let's just try to make tomorrow just as funny, and it just wasn't.
No. And there's very little of that rehearsal that exists, so we can't show you that.
Yeah.
But one of the big things was with that news story we picked and used for the rehearsal, which we did plan to use for the first episode, we both realised that, our genuine and priceless reaction to that wonderful story involving Indiana Jane would just not be as funny. So we ended up with, dolphin stories. But I mean, that one was okay. But, we didn't want to read the whole article beforehand and lose any comedy value, although we haven't found much by not doing that.
The thing is that, do you ever think that maybe we're just not funny anymore?
Oh, Jake. It's a bit early, isn't it?
But I mean, we're bloody 14 weeks into this, and our best episode was an episode that we don't even have anymore, and it wasn't even an episode.
I think that was just, I don't know. It was that first time, and it was kind of this new exciting project to work on. So I think there was some of that. I mean, I was very nervous for that first one.
Yeah, I remember.
I just didn't know what to say.
I don't know. We still have fun doing it, but we apologise that we're just not good.
We must be doing something, right? If certain numbers are going up, so thank you guys.
I mean, the floating bin in episode 2 was great, but then episode 3 was tragic, and then
then we had a break.
Yeah, we needed a break of that. But I mean, still our Star Wars episode, still our most viewed episode.
It is, and it didn't take off straight away, but then I think it was like 2 weeks after it was out, then it just shot up, and it still goes up.
I can't believe it's been 10 weeks since that episode.
Yeah, and it's...
Well, it'd be 11 weeks, so... yeah,
God.
but... sorry we're not funny anymore, chat. It's kind of I said chat, I'm so used to streaming, I'm so sorry, God. This is what happens when I fall asleep at 6 a.m. and then wake up at 9. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. It's not ending on a bit of a downer there. But tune in next week for some good fun San Diego Comic Con at home 2020 news.
And in the meantime, check out the playlist. We've talked about a bunch of stuff, including that Star Wars episode, including the floating bin. And a whole lot more. So make sure to check out the playlist, subscribe if you enjoyed it, like as well. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have yourselves a wonderful week, everybody, and see you then. Goodbye.
TTFN.